Dear viewers, welcome to yet another edition of Expert Speaks. On our channel, we have discussed various kinds of subjects in the space of financial planning, pensions, life insurance, taxation, mutual funds, stocks, advisory, and all kinds of things which will come under the financial planning space. Today, I am taking you back once again back to the basics of financial planning, life insurance. In the life insurance, we have discussed various types of insurance, including traditional insurance, unit-linked insurance plans, term insurance, and all the things that you need to know about your life insurance. But there is one popular type of life insurance by name jumbo life insurance. It is very popular, but it is less known. I'm contradicting myself. If it is popular, why it is not known to many people? This jumbo life insurance is something which is made available for a select few people. In this episode, the expert of the week, Mr. Kazim Suleiman, is going to talk about what is jumbo life insurance, who can go for it, and what are the advantages and disadvantages that come with this. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Dear viewers, to talk about the jumbo life insurance, I have brought to the studios my very, very eminent faculty, Mr. Kazim Suleiman. You are seeing him for the first time on my channel. Mr. Kazim Suleiman is and has been my mentor for many, many years in the past. He is actually positioned in Dubai. He works as a sales manager for the popular insurance broking firm Nexus Insurance Brokers in Dubai. Just to get a little bit personal history of Mr. Kazim Suleiman, Mr. Kazim Suleiman hails from India. Yes, he is a Gujarati. His family moved to Tanzania many years before. Currently, they are citizens of Tanzania. He works from Dubai. He has to his credit working in many places across globe, including US, Canada, UAE, and the entire African continent. He is a graduate of University of Houston. He is a certificate from Chartered Insurance Institute. He has to his credit grooming hundreds of people, building very successful career in the sale of life insurance business. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kazim Suleiman.
Thank you, Doc. Nice meeting you again.
Mr. Kazim Suleiman, it's 3 years since I started YouTube. You are one of the persons who encouraged me to start this YouTube and take whatever we do for our clients across globe. And thank you very much for your suggestion. I acknowledge your contribution in this, and our YouTube has become quite popular. Like your work across globe today, across the globe, our clients, viewers enjoy this channel very much. My gratitude to you goes for that suggestion that you have given us to start the YouTube channel.
Doc, I'm proud of you, what you have done in this arena, in the YouTube channel, and I'm very happy to see you successful. So kudos to you.
Thank you, Kazim. Coming back to the subject, jumbo life insurance is very popular, but very few people know about it. I have dedicated this episode for bringing the knowledge around jumbo life insurance for the global audience. My first question to you is, what is jumbo life insurance?
Okay, Doc, what is jumbo life is? It's simple. It's just a term describing the bigness of something, jumbo. So basically, jumbo life is mainly related to life insurance policies which are big. When I say big can be relative. So big normally starts in life insurance with $1 million and above, and it can go on to 10 million, 100 million also. So because of the bigness of life insurance policy, we call it jumbo. The term jumbo has come into the picture over here.
So it means it's the same life insurance policies, but the size of the policies is huge. That's the meaning of jumbo life insurance.
Yes, that, and there are specialized way of selling this, and there are specialized company who specializes in jumbo insurance. So we can talk about this a little later. What kind of companies and why it is specialized.
Kazim, now the question is, you said life insurance is very big in case of jumbo life insurance. Why should
Yes.
people buy jumbo insurance? See, in the normal feeling amongst the general public is that you buy life insurance a little bit 100,000, 200,000 US dollar, and to talk about in Indian terminologies, buy it for 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore. But why jumbo life is insurance, or to whom this jumbo life insurance is actually required?
That's a great question, Doc. What I can say is several people qualify to buy jumbo insurance. The first category I would like to talk to you about is, I just want to get back when I started in 1987, 88, when we used to sell $250,000 policy. It was like a jumbo policy in those days. And then 10, 15 years down the line, $500,000 was good. But today, lifestyle throughout the world has become such that even to maintain a fairly good lifestyle, a minimum of $1 million is available. Besides that, the other people who might want to buy jumbo insurance are key executives of firms. There are companies like chemical companies and all that who hire researchers, and these researchers, are working in R&D, and they are very, very important for the company. And the passing away of these researchers can mean a big loss to the company. And this is another reason why people buy life insurance. Third category of people is business people, especially those business people who are a one-man show. They have been successful for the last 15, 20 years building their business, but they are a one-man show. And if they pass away, their family or their children are unlikely to continue their business the way he was doing it himself. So therefore, that's another party which could be interested in jumbo life insurance. And then you're looking at people who have got partnership insurance, we call it, and here we try and make a buy and sell agreement between the two partners so that they can buy off the shares of partner A in case something happens to partner A, so that partner B becomes 100% owner. Rather than having to work with the wife or the son of the partner A, partner B becomes the sole owner. Also, a lot of people would like to do jumbo life insurance just to leave behind a legacy, because 98 or 99% of businesses don't survive second or third generation. And if you ask a multi-millionaire that, buy a life insurance, and he would naturally say, I don't need life insurance. But when you tell him that if you want to leave a legacy behind for your children and their children and their children and their children, then you need to live a life insurance. Moreover, legacy is not only for the family, but this person has been successful because of his staff also, because his staff, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 people have worked together. So you want to leave behind a legacy for the staff also, because, your staff is your extended family. And then the normal thing about people who want to take loans from the bank and want to protect themselves against that loan also can buy this policy. So there are several types of people who can buy this type of policy.
So life insurance per se is not only to protect your family. There are various reasons for which a person buys life insurance, and it becomes more and more pertinent when a person moves up the ladder by way of high earnings or high assets or positioning in the society. The need for life insurance increases in that. That's how the high net worth individuals seek these kinds of special life insurance policies known as the jumbo life insurance.
Yes, in fact, the average age in this when we sell life insurance is the average age is around 50 and 55 and above, because these guys have come up the ladder and been successful, and now they feel the need of protecting their wealth. However, we try our best to educate the younger population also, and we have seen a fair bit of success in younger people applying for jumbo, because insurance is very cheap when you're applying when you're young, so that's another thing that we have noticed.
Kazim, we talked about jumbo life insurance. Is it available from each and every life insurance company which is operating in different countries? Let's say in India, you have got LIC, you have an HDFC, you have an ICICI. In Dubai, we have got the Zurich Life, Friends Provident. Does every company sell this jumbo life insurance?
Okay. Technically, yes. Every companies can sell and do sell jumbo life insurance. However, there are a few companies which specialize in this arena, and they tend to be cheaper in price. Companies like Sun Life, Manulife, Swiss Life, and also they are specialized in high net worth underwriting. What I mean is there are companies which sell to the mass population. They are specialized. They do mass underwriting, but those companies which specializes in high net worth individuals, they specialize in underwriting high net worth because they know that if a high net worth gets into trouble medically, he has the money to get the best facility in the world to protect himself. And as we discussed earlier, the age tends to be 55 and above. And these successful people, when they have reached that age, they have some kind of high blood pressure or some kind of heart disease or something. And these specialized companies are experienced in underwriting people like them. So what we discussed is about the insurance companies, but generally the insurance companies are hesitant going out in the market and selling the product themselves. So they prefer to distribute the products among IFAs and brokers and bankers. So generally, brokers, IFAs, and banks sell the product which is manufactured by the insurance companies.
Mr. Kazim, when we talk about jumbo life, obviously the premiums will be higher.
Yes.
So it's not for everyone. Are there any unique selling proposition? Let's say somebody is committing a big chunk of premium for longer periods of time. Are there flexibilities around the plan, or how does somebody takes a call on this without worrying about what might happen to my cash flows or what might happen for the situation in the future?
Yes, that's a good question. These jumbo policies are based on the principle of flexible universal life insurance. And basically, the idea about universal life is the policy is extremely flexible, where a client can twist it, turn it, mold it exactly according to their requirements today and change it into their changing requirements in the future. For example, you have a thriving business now, and in the future, you might not have a thriving business, or you might run through certain difficulties due to political situation or an economic situation. So these policies are extremely flexible, where you can encash your values, or you can extend your insurance without even having to pay premiums, or you can take a holiday of premium for a few years, And the beauty about these policies is these are mostly whole of life policies. So if you pay until a certain number of years and stop paying, the cover keeps on staying in the book, and the value of cash value in your policy even keeps on increases. In case if you want to cash out, you probably might even get more than what you have put, or you may get your insurance for the whole of life, protecting your family. So there are several unique selling points within this policy. They are extremely flexible. Plus the high net worth underwriting, which we discussed earlier also. So that also is a unique selling point in this.
You said it's covers up to whole of life.
Yes.
When you say whole of life, is there a hard stop at a particular age, or to what extent to age of a person the policies can run?
Generally, no, but for the sake of pricing, the insurance companies have a figure, and that is first stop is like not stop, but first barrier is 100 years, age 100. And then the next is 121. So it can last until age 121 and beyond. But for the sake of pricing, the insurance companies have to, have an age so that they can price the product. But it can go beyond 121 if God gives life to anyone beyond 121.
Right. So it's very interesting. So it covers up to 100 and beyond. That's the way. That's the best way you can say. So somebody who buys a jumbo life insurance, it's absolutely certain one or the other day the jumbo life has to pay them the money which is sum assured on the policy.
Exactly. Nobody lives forever. As long as there is some kind of value in your policy, we have seen, with my experience, we have seen that sometimes even $10 in the policy before it lapses, and the person dies or gets a critical illness or whatever, the life insurance sum is paid out. And had he died a month later, that $10 would have been consumed and the policy would have lapsed. So yeah, as long as there is some kind of value in the policy can last for up to age 121. In most cases, in most policies, some up to age 95.
Mr. Kazim, finally, the jumbo life insurance is something which people who are in the business category are the ones who buy it. Of course, there are lots of people at the top executive levels or the higher management levels of the companies who are buying into this particular plan, no doubt. But looking at a businessman's life, if he has a jumbo life insurance, can it be assigned for the borrowings he takes from the banks? Or can it be given as a collateral? Or does it help him establishing his credibility with the bankers for borrowings?
Yes, absolutely. That's a very good question. So all this jumbo life policy can be assigned and can be put as collateral to get more loans from the bank. Strangely enough, these policies are so strong that the bank might even give you a loan to pay the insurance premium also. But that is another subject because of the interest rates being raised by the feds. These days, these type of loans are not as common. But if you have taken loans from the bank, then you can use this policy as assigned to them. The only thing that is required is if you have 3 banks from whom you have taken loans, then you need 3 types of policies because one large sum insured cannot be assigned to 3 banks. So if there is $5 million that's been taken to 5 different banks, then you have $1 million worth of policy for 5 different individual banks. And yes, a lot of people do use this as a collateral, which means sometimes they even use this type of policy to take a loan to invest it into other business or into other portfolios if they see opportunities. And the banks are very much relaxed if they know that the person has got a jumbo life cover for 5 million or 2 million or 3 million or 10 million, because in case if something happens to this person, the bank can always get their hands on the loan that is remaining.
Mr. Kazim, one of the paradoxes of jumbo life is that this is for high net worth individuals. People start their career, they grow up in business or in their hierarchy in a company. Only by midlife or towards later 40s or 50s or closer to 60s, they find a need to buy a jumbo life insurance. This is what we have observed. But thanks to all kinds of problems happens around their lives, the stressful life, the lifestyle issues, by which time most of these businessmen have one or the other problems in their bodies, blood pressure, diabetes, aching body, muscles, kidney issues, and kind of a thing. A normal insurance company will refuse insurance right away at that point of time. Does it happen the same way in jumbo life, or jumbo life is the ultimate place where they have to go and look for a life insurance at that point of time?
Okay, that's a great question. So from my experience in the last 3 years after specializing in jumbo, I have had several cases who are in a similar situation. In fact, one was even in a worse condition because when he was doing his medicals for a jumbo life on a treadmill, And the doctor stopped him and said, "No, you need to go get yourself checked because it looks like one of your arteries or two of your arteries are blocked and things like that." And I said, there goes my jumbo insurance. But guess what? After 8 months of, keeping on monitoring his condition and reapplying to the insurance companies, he had a stent in his heart, and yet we were able to give him $10 million worth of life insurance. So this is just to prove a point that other insurance companies like the mass underwriting would have rejected him immediately. But when you're looking at high net worth individuals and specialized insurance companies, they tend to look at clients, high net worth clients, in a different way for the reasons we discussed earlier, that they know that if high net worth clients get into trouble, they have the ways to get themselves out of trouble with the best doctors and the best facilities in the world. So the short answer is yes, if you are having these conditions and you feel that the insurance company might reject you or might not give you insurance, try a jumbo life insurance and you'll be surprised.
One other thing which comes to my mind is, see, you are born and brought up in Tanzania.
Yes.
And you look after the African territory to a great extent. The entire African territory is more or less untouchable for most of the insurance companies. The moment they say you are in Africa, and insurance companies will just shy away from insuring the lives of those persons. Whereas Africa is also a host to hundreds and thousands of businessmen who have really grown from strength to strength, and they are real high net worth individuals. Does Jumbo Life also has a restrictions around African countries, or are they wholeheartedly accepting African nationals as well?
No, they are accepting African nationals, and but there are certain limitations into regions, and even for that, anywhere in the world also. For example, in India, they will specify a few cities that they are open to cover, and in Africa also they will be reluctant on few cities. And within the same countries, they would say that Dar es Salaam is okay, and this region is not okay, and so and so. So there is underwriting guideline, but they are very, very much open. And most of the business people reside in the major cities where the insurance companies are open. So they are quite open to look at even indigenous African population. This used to be the case 15 years back.
So the message for our viewers is, if you are looking for a large insurance cover and you are living in some territories where insurance companies have declined to give you a life insurance cover, you should not hesitate. Reach out to us and we will see whether you can be covered under the Jumbo Life Insurance. As we said, Jumbo Life Insurance is not for each and everyone. It is for high net worth individual, businessmen, people in the top positions in the companies, and the minimum sizes will start from $1 million size insurances and above. So if you are looking for insurances and you are in some territory where other insurance companies are reluctant to accept your business, you can make best use of services provided by NRI Money Clinic, and you can reach to us and we will help you to try and get you a Jumbo Life Insurance cover. Kazim, just to take this discussion further, what could be the premiums that will be applicable on case of Jumbo Life Insurances? I know it is very difficult to answer this question because the sum assured, we do not know where person is living, we do not know what could be his health status, we do not know. But let's say somebody is buying 100,000 life cover in Dubai, and somebody wants $1 million life cover. How does the premium stack up? Is it 10 times of 100,000 cover that is being charged, or how does it actually work?
That's a difficult question to answer, but the younger the person, the cheaper the premium, the better the area they're living, like Dubai, the cheaper, and if they're living in Africa, it can be a little more expensive. But I can just give you an idea that recently I have sold to a young person for $1 million. The premium And it also depends on how many years the premium he wants to pay. So the client can pay one premium and forget it, or can pay 10 premiums and so and so. So for about 10 years premium for a young person of say 35, 40, you're looking about approximately $10,100, $10,200 per year having to pay for 10 years. Obviously, if you are age 55 and above, then the premiums go higher. It could go anywhere from 20,000 to 30,000. So it's very hard to put figures, but I'll just give you an idea that we have sold from $10,200 for up to maybe $600,000 and $700,000 annualized premium, depending on the age and the place where they are living.
So you mean to say the premiums running into 600 and 700,000? That's $500,000 on the premium alone.
Correct. This is a 15-year commitment from the client, and he had a real specialized need, and so and so. And this was for $10 million only.
Right. But all this money is not lost. It will remain there as a cash value. It's not that tomorrow he has an option to close the plan, walk out with whatever the residual cash there, or he can allow it to continue to grow over there, or in the time from the day he buys the policy till the day he exits the world. Any day if he passes away, the sum assured belongs to his beneficiaries.
Correct. So the idea behind this is to try and make sure that whatever he has put in comes back to him either way. If death occurs, then the life insurance is coming back to him. And if God gives him 15, 20, 30 years from now, and he wants to cash out, or he wants to leave the money there for the whole of life protection, then he can do that. But so it's if you have a cash flow, this money is just putting aside and making sure, giving you a protection. And all you're losing, if at all you're losing something, is the cost of opportunity. That's all, And some things need to just put aside and not thought about putting it back into the business. So that's all I can say. And what we advise to business people is their life insurance premium should come from the cost of their business, and it should be part of their budget of the business, so that their pricing of their products can be considered within the budgeting when they're doing.
Or you mean to say that it will not go out of the pocket of the businessman, rather he sees it as an expense charge to his business and makes a calculations around that, and he mitigates the risk of he being not there, or he creates a wealth in excess of what his business is generating. That's the way you are looking at it.
Exactly. And there is also one special type of life insurance for people who have bankable assets, large bankable assets, which means that they don't even have to pay premiums. All they have to do is assign their bonds and stocks to the insurance company. Now, this is a very specialized way of looking at that. But if somebody wants, let's say, $5 million or $10 million worth of insurance, and he's got a portfolio of $20, $30 million with his private bank, he doesn't even have to pay us cash, from his portfolio of either Microsoft stocks or bonds and so and so. He can assign it to the insurance company and get 3 times or 4 times, 3 times monthly of worth of life insurance. But that's a specialized policy that if anybody is interested, we can talk.
Instead of paying on a yearly basis, if somebody says, a businessman says, I am sitting on a certain amount of cash with me, and I will deposit this as a lump sum at one single time.
Yes.
Can you buy a jumbo life insurance in such a case?
Absolutely. He can buy a jumbo life with this. And also, if he wants, he can get a loan from a bank for this insurance by paying maybe 20 or 30% of the premium. The rest the bank will pay, but there's a specialized calculation for that.
Kazim, just a hypothetical question I'm asking you today. There is a businessman who is watching from Africa our episode, and let's say that he has a business which is worth $10 million. What is the level of life insurance that he should buy, the jumbo life?
Okay. So to answer this question, it's not very easy because we need a lot more information. However, just as a rule of thumb, if something happens to him, his family will have about one or two choices, because the family may not be able to run the business. They might want to sell the business. And when they go out in the market to sell a business, it's going to be a distressed sell, because the market will know that they are selling it because the main person is no more. Therefore, you know how the markets are. They will be hawks and they will try to get the best deal possible. So chances are the $10 million company might be sold in $5 million. And what I advise, as a rule of thumb, that have a $5 million worth of life insurance, so that if something happens to you and your family wants to cash out, and they may get only 5 million from the market, the rest 5 million comes from the insurance company, and the entire $10 million worth is staying within the family rather than losing it to the market. Moreover, when they get that 5 million, they have a choice of either selling it or maybe continuing it, because when you have an injection of $5 million, you can look for a good CEO and ask him to run the business. And maybe the CEO might even take 2 years to settle down, okay, and have losses in the company, but still, because of the cash inflow, you are fine. Finally, because the creditors, the people who have to take money from you, are also relaxed because they know a cash injection from insurance company is coming. So, everything just moves on nicely for the family to continue the business if they choose to continue. So with a $5 million worth of life insurance, many options open up: selling or continuing.
Mr. Kazim, now the routine insurance companies have thresholds. Okay, they will cover your life for a minimum value of this much, and the maximum that they can give is so much. And with the reinsurers, you will give a particular level of cover. When it comes to question of jumbo life insurance, what is the minimum of level of cover it starts from? And what's the maximum cover a jumbo life insurance company is prepared to give us?
All right. Great question. Again, it depends on the insurance company, and those companies which are not specialized in jumbo, they tend to stop around 20 million, 15, 20 million. Those companies which are specialized, they start from a minimum million or 2 million, and there is no maximum limit. It depends on the person who is applying. If he can justify 50 million, 100 million, 150 million, justify. When I say justify, in two ways: financial underwriting will be done, and medical underwriting will be done. And if you can qualify, then the insurance company are open. For example, the specialized insurance company can give up to $60 million on their own without going to reinsurer. And beyond 60 million, they might have to go to reinsurers who will then have more requirements. But, it can go up to $100, $150 million and above if need be, if somebody can justify the cover.
If somebody wants to start a jumbo life insurance, what is the process that should be started? How much time it is required from the day he makes an application till the day the policy gets issued and on its books?
So the first thing I would advise to him is they need to go for a medical, okay? And once the medical is completed, then we need to, start getting documentation and submit the documentation. The fastest I have seen is about 4 weeks. And again, depending on the complication or how big the policy is, and if there is any medical complications or documentations are not there, it can take about 2 to 3 months also. And the longest I've seen, especially that case I told you, was about 8 months, because he had a medical emergency while doing medicals. So anywhere from 1 week to 2 to 3 months is a standard time that it takes.
So dear viewers, if you are looking out for this kind of a jumbo life insurance, now services of NRI Money Clinic are available for such people. If you are living in any negative territories and you feel you are aged, or you are thinking that you have pre-existing health issues, you don't have to worry about. We will give it a genuine try around this. And if you are eligible, then the good news is that the jumbo life is ready to cover your life and prepared to give you the level of cover that you are looking for. Do not hesitate. If you have an intention you can send us a message. If you have even doubts, you can send us a message. We can arrange a call for you, and we can look at the eligibility and the possibilities around offering you a jumbo life cover. Mr. Kazim Suleiman, thank you very much for your time to explain jumbo life insurance. Yes, this information is not available on the internet freely, nor it is a policy which is being bought by one and all. The jumbo life covers just not one single nationality. It looks at clients from across the globe. You could be in India, you could be in Sri Lanka, you could be in Middle East, you could be in Africa, you could be in South American territory, or you can be in any part of the world. There are certain jurisdictional restrictions, like if you were to be living in US, there are certain restrictions. So the companies have to look at the jurisdictional restrictions if there are anything. But if you are looking for jumbo life insurance, do not hesitate and send us a message now. And our numbers are shown here in the description box below. We have also provided a link over there. Just click on the link and it takes you to the WhatsApp. Send us a message and our jumbo life insurance specialist will get in touch with you to help you buy that jumbo life insurance. Thank you, Mr. Kazim Suleiman, for explaining all these things for the benefit of our viewers. I remain in gratitude to you for your kindness to spare time to brief on these points.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, Doc.
Dear viewers, hope the video that I have done today helped you to understand what is jumbo life insurance, who can buy it, what is the level of cover that you can expect, and under what circumstances you can expect jumbo life to cover your life. It's a ray of hope for those businessmen, those top executives, people who are living in negative territories across globe. If you are looking for jumbo insurance, then this is a ray of hope. Do make best use of this. If it helped you to understand these finer points, do give me a thumbs up. Don't hesitate to share these videos with the people who are looking for jumbo life insurance. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another expert, with yet another topic next Tuesday. Till then, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.